Hey, vinyl community. This is Greg at Three Dimensions Music. Here's my T-shirt. Shout out to Steve at Three Dimensions. Shout out to Steve at All the World's a Stage. Hi, Steve. Welcome back to the VC. Hey, I've been holding out on you. Got a lot of CDs and albums in the last 6 months, but I'm not going to show them all at once. But I did pull out a stack that I've been listening to lately. First one was Frank Zappa. You can't do that on stage anymore. It's a sampler. It's pretty fun. A lot of different cuts from concerts. I'm going to go over these a little more in depth. Down the road, I have a Zappa collection I like to show. He's one of my personal favorites. I'm trying something different. I have the microphone on my collar here because my wife, who's my biggest cheerleader and also my biggest critic, let me know that my voice wasn't well heard on my last video, so we're going to try to do better every time. I was talking in a comment, or typing in a comment to Steve at the Ralstonian the vinyl channel, the Ralstonian network, that I picked up a couple grails recently, and I hesitate to call anything a grail for me because I have so much music that I'm so blessed to find, whether it's CDs or albums. And I found this particular one I've been looking for a very long time. It's a three-disc set, Concert for Bangladesh. See if I'm holding in the right place. I'm trying to figure that out. Oh, let me turn on my lamp here. Get at it. Anyway, it's a three-disc set. It's in really good condition, and the fella gave me a good deal on this and another box set, the two together. But this is what the labels look like. All three records, the labels look like this, and they are very, very good condition, very clean. I cleaned them, even though they were pretty clean. They were dusty. I tried to put them in the rice paper. These have this paper in here. The sleeves have the poly-lined, so I stayed with them because this is a small box set, and those record protectors, those rice papers, don't fit in here very well when you want to close the lid. So I stuck with that, and it has it did have the book with it, and this book is amazing. It has a lot of great pictures of all the people that participated in the concert. Now, those of you who are not familiar with this box set, it's released in 1971. George Harrison was a main proponent of this concert along with Ravi Shankar. And Ravi Shankar came from Bangladesh. And I really wasn't aware of the history of Bangladesh and how this country was formed from the beginning. It all has to do, you go back to the 50s and 60s, I believe, when the British left India, and there was the eastern section was Bangladesh up in the corner there, and they called it East and West Pakistan. And the East Pakistan was Bangladesh. It got to be named Bangladesh because of the type of religion that they had, and the people from East and West Pakistan were totally different as far as religion and everything else. And these guys in Bangladesh got the short end of the stick. They didn't have the military, they didn't have the might, and their people suffered mightily because of the oppression from all the big continent and everything else. It's very difficult to explain it in a few minutes, but it was an interesting read. It's in this book. Ravi Shankar wanted to put something together to help his people. There's a lot of great pictures of the concert, and the luminaries that was participating in the concert was Bob Dylan. Let's see if I can find a great picture of Bob Dylan. Oh, there's George. This is my favorite Beatle, by the way. If I did have one, George would be my first up. And then let's see, there was a great picture of Bob Dylan. Excellent picture in his prime. And then there was Badfinger was here. Who else is there? Bob Dylan and gosh, Leon Russell. You name it. There was quite a few people in there. I think I had a list in here real quick of the participants. George Harrison, Mick Jagger, Keith Richard, George Harrison, of course, Bob Dylan, lots of Bob Dylan. And then, of course, Ravi Shankar. Lots of great, fantastic stuff. Anyways, this was one of the box sets that I got. I'm running on too long, I know. And then the other box set that I paired with it from this fella at the flea market was right next to it. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. Everybody's familiar with this one. They just reissued it. I was hesitant about getting a reissue. I was hoping to find a original, and this was pretty close to being original. It was in very, very good shape. It's not as in good shape as the Concert for Bangladesh, but the box is in pretty good shape. I had to do a little bit of repairs to it. And there's the record. A lot of great music on here. Of course, George Harrison, main focus, because it is All Things Must Pass. Anyways, those two box sets, I think total $60 for both of them. That was a great deal. I thought he was up to around 75, 80, and I just stood there and went him and Han, and he came down to 60, and I took it. So that was pretty cool. Another real quick one I got, and I just saw Marsha P. show of Glenn Campbell that she got. That was kind of cool. I got this one from Glenn Campbell live in concert at the Royal Festival Hall. This I got for $1 at a flea market, or not a flea market, a church sale in somebody's box. A whole box of different records, but I went through it. And normally I don't buy much Glenn Campbell. I do like Glenn Campbell. He's very talented, and I got more respect for him after I watched that documentary about the Wrecking Crew. He was part of that from those early bands. So I thought, I'm going to pick this up, and it was very, very clean. I cleaned it up. It sounds great. So live at the Royal Festival Hall with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, 2-record set on Capitol. So Glenn Campbell live. Okay, well that's it for records for now. The CDs I got, which I'm pretty excited about. First one I'm going to show is a shout out to Steve Carlson. As I saw this sitting there, this is Fela Kuti. It's a 2 CD set. It's called Lagos Baby. It's from 1963 to 1969. Sounds great. I know that Fela Kuti has a lot of music out. This is my first dabble into Fela. This 2 CD set. There's the one side. Very nice condition. Glad to have it. $2. Next one. This was a reissue of Purple Rain. This has a DVD in it, and it has 3 CDs of lots of extended cuts from Prince doing Purple Rain. B-sides. This is a great find for $2, and it's in great shape, and it even had the DVD and the booklet. So this Purple Rain is part of my collection now. I had the regular Purple Rain, but I couldn't pass this up for $2. And as you can see, it's in very, very good condition. Next one. This was, I think, $7. I got them down to $7. David Bowie, Station to Station. This was a special 3 CD set. As you can see, here's all the songs. Everybody's familiar with Station to Station. Very good David Bowie set. I was happy to get it. It's got like a clamshell, and it has a lot of the. There's a lot of stuff in here, really. I was surprised because it's all here. Some cards from Bowie. Different cards. Let's see. That wasn't nothing. A pretty good picture of Sir David. Another one. Another one. Youngster. Fooling around on the guitar. This is live at Nassau Coliseum. And this was one of the main reasons I bought it, because I love live sets of these artists. Two disc set, all his great songs. It sounds fantastic. And then the Station to Station album in its entirety. And then a real nice booklet, which, if you're my age, can you see that? That's what this comes in handy for. This baby here. Anyways, David Bowie, Station to Station. Next up, Let's see. Made in Japan, this CD was. It's a SACD, first SA. As far as I know, I think it's the first SACD in my collection. I do not have an SACD player, so I can't take advantage of that layer on the disc. However, the regular Red Book CD on this sounds fantastic, and this Metamorphosis is, I've never had this from the Stones, and I've really got a lot of Stones on CD now. Trying to complete the collection. You know how many records and CDs there are, but I got a few records, but I've definitely got quite a few CDs, which is great. Metamorphosis. The songs on here are really nice. I really like this particular album, Metamorphosis. Again, this was made in Japan. So that's kind of a shout out to Robert Zee. He loves these CDs made in Japan. He's a big fan of them. A lot of you guys are too. But I always think of Robert Zee when I think of made in Japan. This one I got Tom Waits, Real Gone. And all these CDs were $1 or $2, no more than that. $1 or $2. I don't buy them if they're more than $2 unless it's a special deal on the CD that I'm looking for. This is called Real Gone. Now, Tom Waits is somebody I'm just starting to get into. This definitely is a different Tom Waits that I'm used to. But I kind of liked it the first time around. It's going to take a few more listens. Tom Waits, Real Gone. Next one. I don't know. I've never heard of this group before. They're out of California. Kind of like a reggae, and I think of MGK Mike in Boston because he likes reggae. It's called Slightly Stoopid. It's with S-T-O-O-P-I-D. These guys have a reggae feel to them. That was an unusual band I never heard of, Slightly Stoopid. I ran across this guy twice at the flea market. He's been selling his son's CDs. His son's not there, but he's got a lot of these CDs came from his son, and he's got these boxes full of CDs for $1 a piece. This one is War. Now this is a really good 2 CD set. It's called Grooves and Messages. And it's the greatest hits of War, but it's got a ton of War music on it. I'm going to hold it still there so you can see it. And there's a lot of live stuff on here from War, which really, I'm always attracted to the live stuff. But Slipping in the Darkness, You Got the Power, The World is a Ghetto, Why Can't We Be Friends, Tobacco Road, and all the regular hits up on top here. It's a great CD set. I was glad to get it. Next one. This is my first in the collection, Galactic Cowboys. It's kind of like a heavy metal group from Texas. I've heard of them, but I never came across them, so I picked it up. It was kind of underwhelming. I'm going to have to take a few more listens to that. But hey, not everything is great. There's a few great songs on here for sure, but it's not a complete dynamite thing that I could say, yeah, definitely get it. But it's called Galactic Cowboys, Machine Fish. Machine Fish. First one, the Galactic Cowboys. Next one I got, great find for me, Eric Clapton Blues. It's an older 2 CD set. It's got the blues on the disc 1, and then the disc 2 is live sets of blues. And it sounds great, it sounds fantastic. And there's a love-hate relationship with Eric Clapton in the vinyl community. That's okay, I love him. As you can see, the songs on there are fantastic. And I can't help but thinking of Glenn Calloway from The Basement. I'm doing a lot of shout-outs here. I'm surprised I remember all these. Because he recently showed a Crossroads set that he found. I think he got it for $10, something like that. And Glenn, I did you a little better. I got this for $6. So I was kind of happy for that. They're all here. There's 4 disc set. I don't have the box, I don't have the book, but I'll take the music anytime. A lot of great songs on here. Crossroads collection, it goes back from when he was in the Yardbirds and Cream, and it just goes right up to the hilt, After Midnight, and some of his popular stuff. It sounds great. It's a 4 disc set, $6. I was really happy to get that. That guy gave me a nice deal on it. That was from a flea market. Now this one was a regular price. Some of my Canadian friends might know this group, Voivod. This is a 6 disc set I bought from Amazon. It was on sale, and I couldn't pass it up because I got a couple of Voivod during the RSDs, and I really like the Voivod. So this one has, let's see if I can pull some of these out here. You know, how these box sets come out in these clamshells. Now this is called Forgotten in Space, and it's on Amazon. It was a pretty good price. There's a nice booklet with it. But the first one is Killing Technology. The next one is Roar. Definitely these are going to take some listens for me. And then this is called the Voivod. I think this is original. You guys will probably recognize I think that's a live set. And here's another one. I'm not 100% familiar with Voivod. I'm just getting into them. But you can see all the music that's in this box set is a lot of great metal. And there's the last one. I don't know if I said 6 or 7, but I think there's 7 discs. Hallelujah. Is it all good? I haven't listened to it all yet, so I'm not 100% sure if it's all good. Some of it's really good. Voivod. Next one. Shout out to my friend Steve Carlson. Shameless plug. Catch him on Sunday morning. Miles Davis, Phillies de Kilimanjaro. Real chill CD. Columbia. Very nice. There ain't much Miles. It's definitely all collectible for. And I saw this one, and then I saw one the other day. It was called Sketches in Spain, and I passed on it because I thought I had it on CD. So hopefully it'll be there when I go next week. I'm gonna look for it because it was in good shape. This fella goes down to South Carolina. He buys all the CDs from people and brings them up and gives us good deals on them. South Carolina must be a treasure trove of music, in North Carolina for sure. Got good people down there too, no doubt about it. Okay, Stevie Wonder, Jungle Fever. This is an unusual one. It's from the movie Jungle Fever. Stevie Wonder did this. I have no idea what this sounds like. I haven't listened to it yet. But it's Stevie Wonder. It's quality. It's called Jungle Fever. And it's the score for it's the music from the movie Jungle Fever. Next one is a couple of Wilco, and I think of Brian, an embryonic robot. When I think of Wilco, I'm not sure why, but I think he likes this group too. This is Summerteenth, and everybody knows this one. I believe it's called Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. I should know that because I bought that box set, which is great. But I couldn't pass it up for $1. Either one of these. A couple of Wilcos in the collection. Don't have many CDs of Wilco, so that was nice to have. Finally, as far as used CDs that I got these 2 Jefferson airplanes, which I'm very excited about. This fella had these 2 laying there, and I got a deal on them as a pair too. This is a live. It's called Deeper Space Extra Virgin Sky. It is I believe, a 2 CD set. And these CDs look really cool. As you can see, Jefferson Starship. A lot of the great songs that they did. And then to complement that, Jefferson Airplane. Now I had another one like this. It was the Jefferson Starship. But I had this one. I picked this one out because it was a live one. This is a 4-disc set. A lot of great pictures of I'm really digging this band. Really digging this band lately. Last year, I guess. This music, the psychedelic part of it, and just the great music that these people put together, I love it. Absolutely love it. So this is a 4 CD set. A lot of great music on here. I think it's called a Legacy Collection, if I remember right. Yeah, RCA Legacy. Fantastic music. Lots of music. I just love it. Jefferson Airplane. Finally, these CDs, don't need to open them up. Let me grab these real quick. These were all sealed, have not been opened. I haven't opened them yet, but I wanted to just flash them real quick for you. These were all $1 a piece. This one's Peter Gabriel, Digging in the Dirt. Don't know what it's about, it's Geffen. So Peter Gabriel, these are all sealed. Next one, added to my Wilco collection, AM. Next one, Mark Knopfler, Wag the Dog. I like Mark Knopfler. I like his style of playing. Next one, Stan Getz at the Shrine. And these were all in these shoe boxes on this guy's table, and I went through them, and I left a lot behind that I already had. They weren't all sealed, but these particular ones I picked out, I said I can't pass them up being sealed at all. Never touched by human hands. Stan Getz at the Shrine. I like Stan Getz. Another good jazz, Bill Frisell, Thomas Morgan, recorded live at the Village Vanguard. Pretty cool. Sealed. Next one. 4 for Train, Archie Shepp. 4 for Train, Archie Shepp. Again, I haven't opened these yet. The Wayman Tisdale Story. Some more jazz. Wayman Tisdale. Next one real quick. Blues Masters, Little Walter and Otis Rush. Next one, The Very Pest of the Stone Roses. And when I think of Stone Roses, I think Rob Let the Music Play over in England. I think this is one of his favorite bands, Stone Roses. I'm not sure if Rob catches my videos anymore because I haven't heard from him, but I hope he does. Next one, Fix, The Fix. This one's called Ink. Next one real quick, I hope I'm not boring you too much. XTC, The Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead. Again, sealed. This one, I saw this group in LA last I think in the spring. I went to the Greek Theater, the Gypsy Kings. Fantastic group, Latin flavor, great guitarist, fantastic guitarist, unbelievable. Next one, this was a great find for me. Al Di Meola and Friends, Vocal Rendezvous. There's a lot of duets on here, and of course Al Di Meola, which I didn't even know this existed. It's called Vocal Rendezvous. And lastly, a Bob Mould. It's just getting into Bob Mould. I got a few other Bob Moulds from the past. He's pretty good. The Last Dog and Pony Show, Bob Mould. Hey, thank you so much for sticking with me and watching this. I appreciate it. If you like what you see, I'm doing my job. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate your support. I wanted to say hello and goodbye to Madison, Evelyn, London, and CJ, otherwise known as Charlotte. Bye-bye. And of course, the button didn't work.